Hi, we are the Ohio guys here on location in OhioCon in Columbus, Ohio. I'm Christian Campo, and my guest here today is Dino Andrade. How are you doing, sir?
I am terrific. I'm a voice actor at OhioCon. That's great. So I am terrific. I am really terrific.
All right, good to hear, sir. What's it like working in the industry today?
It's very, very competitive. Due to the internet, the field has widened considerably of the number of people who are either in voiceover or just want to do voiceover. So it is extraordinarily competitive. So if I were to give any advice to any of you out there who want to do what I do for a living, train as an actor. Be the best actor you can absolutely be, because it is talent that wills out in our end. Okay, so it's a big misconception about what we do, that all we do is we do voices, and that's not true. We create characters, and in order to create characters, you need to create personality honestly and believably, and to do that, you need to be a trained actor. So any of you out there who want to do this, train as an actor first.
That's pretty good. All right. What's your favorite anime you worked on?
My favorite anime that I've worked on, I gotta say it's a combination between Hellsing and the Basara video game, the Samurai Heroes video game, because both of them were directed by Taliesin Jaffe, who's a very good friend of mine, and his direction is always hilarious. On Hellsing, he's like, all right, everybody, Indiana Jones accents, and we're all doing all kinds of accents, and he lets me do a lot of posh British accents and that kind of thing, and so on. Like the Colonel in Hellsing, what is going on here is a very good day for vampires, and then I get killed. But Basara was amazing, because I did the voice of Kenshin, and his direction to me was, when I asked him, what do you want for the character, he said, try and imagine an alien's concept of what it means to be a drag queen. So I said, I am Kenshin, god of war. And he said, that's it. And the producers had actually flown in from Tokyo, the Japanese producers, to supervise, to make sure it was what they wanted. And so I gave them that read, and they're like, so it's what they wanted, and that's what they got. So yes, Kenshin is performed like an alien drag queen. So that was hilarious.
Wow, that's amazing. All right then, another good video game work done. What was it like working on Batman Arkham Asylum?
Oh, Batman Arkham Asylum was the closest thing I've done to working on a major feature film. I'm directed by Colette Sunderman, who's won Emmys. Paul Dini's behind the glass. You got, there's Mark Hamill, there's Kevin Conroy. I'm like, pinch me, is this really happening? And I'm playing an iconic character. It was grueling, it was tough, but it was just one of the finest jobs I've ever had. I loved every minute of it, and I was very, very lucky to play the character, quite honestly, because if they had known this character was going to be this big, they would have cast a celebrity. So I was very, very lucky to get the role.
That was an amazing game.
Yes, it was. Thank you.
Yeah,
Not that I made it, but sure, I'll take the credit.
Scarecrow over here.
You're in my Arkham now, Batman.
All right, another good game. What was it like working on Sengoku Basara?
Well, I already told you. That was a hoot.
Okay. So, is there anything coming out that you'd like to plug in this time? Anything coming out?
Oh, I just did episodes of Sophia the First and Shimmer and Shine for Nickelodeon. I've got a State Farm campaign that's running. I just did an animated Wizard of Oz feature that's in post-production, that I'm the voice of the Tin Man. Good. I'm constantly working all the time. And for those of you who are just fans of just video games and stuff, and if I mention some things that you're like, oh, really? If you want to do what I do for a living, you can't say what I want to do is just anime. What I want to do is just, or just animation, or it's just what you want is a career, which means you got to do all of it. And that's why I work all the time, because I do all of it.
Okay, so what's that working and owning your own Oh, and operating Soul
I am the creator and founder of SoulGeek.com, which is it's Match.com for us. It's for fans of sci-fi, horror, fantasy, animation, anime, manga, conventions, cosplay, fan art, fan fiction. You name it. If it has some connection to great works of imagination, it's where to find someone to revel in it with you. The site absolutely works. The site was built in memory of voice actress Mary Kay Bergman. The idea was to create something in which her legacy would be bringing all of these wonderful people together, helping them find a geek of their own. We've been very successful at that. 26 weddings and counting so far. The first Soul Geek baby is just months away. In fact, I had dinner with them. The couple yesterday. I was meeting them for the very first time. They just happened to live in Columbus, so that's why I wasn't at the opening ceremonies for the convention, because I was having dinner with them. I had to. It is incredibly gratifying. It's great that I get to work in all of this stuff. I get to work in great works of imagination, but the fact that I get to also be a matchmaker and watch people make lives together, and I mean lives are being created. It is the greatest thing in the world. It's the greatest thing in the world, and we love it. It was built in memory of Mary Kay Bergman, whom I had the honor of being married to for 10 years. We had been married for 10 years when she passed, and I just wanted to build a monument to her, and that's what it was all about. So SoulGeek.com is very much a work of heart, absolutely a work of heart.
Wow, it's been a great experience for you.
Yeah, it's been wonderful. It was my way of taking tragedy and turning it into something wonderful, and that's what I and the staff at Soul Geek have done, and it's just the best.
All right then, another good game that came out a while ago. What was it like working on World of Warcraft?
World of Warcraft is awesome. Whenever they call me, I'm there. There's so much imagination that goes into that game, and they let me play. They almost always schedule me for the end of the day. So there isn't like, okay, well, we've got another actor coming in, so we got to wrap Dino up. It's like, no, schedule Dino at the end of the day so he can play. And they will throw characters at me and do these, and it's just, I will work for Blizzard and Warcraft anytime, anywhere. I love it. I just love it. And my favorite character is Professor Putricide, which seems to be the favorite character of most people at practically any convention I go to. So tell Blizzard, do more with Putricide. My God, he is popular. Good news, everyone. The slime is flowing again.
Wow. Oh, such an iconic game.
Yeah, and of course I just did a bunch of stuff for Hearthstone, and I recently recorded even more Hearthstone, so there'll be more cards coming out. So,
okay.
It's great.
Final question.
Final question.
Do you have any Facebook, Twitter, any social media?
Oh, Dino Andrade. Twitter, Facebook, Dino Andrade. Yeah, it's right. I'm not that hard to find.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your time.
My pleasure.
All right.
My pleasure.
Okay. Thank you for tuning in for another edition of the How Guys. I'm Christian Ocampo, and this is Dino, and we'll see you next time.
Adios.